How's it going, guys? Good morning, and a good morning it is here at North Coast Constrictors. It's Friday morning, and Friday, that means weekend, and weekend means pairing. So today I'm gonna start off the video with the introduction of my males that I'm breeding to the females for this weekend's pairing rotation. And we're starting off with this boy who is ready and rearing to go. This is my single gene visual desert ghost male, powerhouse breeder, going with multiple females this year. I think he's actually going with 8 females. I thought it was 7, but it's about 8. He's had 2 weeks off. He's had a meal. He had a shed. He shed out 2 days ago, and he is ready to rock and roll. Now, the snake that I'm pairing him up to, this is a project that is going to be years in the making. It's going to take a long time. I'm not sure, maybe if I produce, it's probably going to take about 3 years, but it's a double recessive pairing. Okay, so he is a visual desert ghost, which is a recessive, and I'm pairing him to a visual yellow belly genetic stripe female. Okay. Genetic stripe also being recessive, but yellow belly being incomplete dominant. Now, the purpose of this pairing, okay, is to create 100% het desert ghost, 100% het genetic stripe, of which 50% of the clutch theoretically should be yellow belly. But all of the babies will be 100% double het genetic stripe desert ghost. So I'm gonna slightly crack open the tub like that, okay? And this boy, I'll just put his nose inside like that, just so you can have a little whiff of the female. Wrong direction, boy. There we go. And she's right up in the front here, and she can smell him, and he is going straight in there, as you can see. No issues. So that's a project. Oh, she's wrong way, my girlie. Your boyfriend's inside there. Off you go now. Have a little bit of fun. Please make me some very valuable future babies. Okay, so what I do, the way I keep my records, is once I've introduced a male to a female, and there's 2 snakes in the tub, I put a pink tag on. Pink for love. I think I've already done that one. Okay, my next pairing for today is going to be a pairing that I've been working on now for a couple of weeks. I've battled with the male, unfortunately, to get him to pair up to the females. He's only had 1 lock this whole season. He's going with 3 females. He is a first-year breeder. He is a visual exantic pard. He's a stunning snake. Here he is, yeah. Okay, he's been featured on quite a few of my videos. He's a beautiful exantic pard. He is of weight. He's just under the 800 gram mark, and I've been pairing him up now for the last 2.5 months to his mother and his aunt and a pastel exantic pard. I've only had 1 lock from him on the pastel exantic. Sorry, she's not a pastel exantic pard. She's just a pastel exantic. He hasn't managed to get the big double 100% het exantic pards to lock. They haven't allowed him near. Okay, but now he's had some time off, and I'm putting him in again with one of the big females. There she is. There, she's huge. She's well over 3,500 grams. So I'm just sticking his head in there. She's going to stick her head out. So I hope I don't get a tag. Come on, girlie, inside you go. Now, obviously, this pairing here is a visual exantic visual pard to a 100% het pard, 100% het exantic female, and obviously the object of that breeding is the object of that pairing is to produce more visual exantic pards. Now they've been introduced. I put a pink tag on. So my next pairing for the weekend will be hold that thought. Okay, so I just had to check on my records there. My next pairing is a visual lavender albino pard. Okay. Visual lavender albino pard, otherwise known as a dreamsicle. Okay. And he is pairing up to a het lavender albino, 66% het lavender albino, 66% het clown, 50% het pard. Not the best odds. If they would be better if they were 100% het, but I've already got 100% het, 100% het female. So he's obviously going to go with more than one female. So we're going to see what happens here. I'm going to pair these guys up, give them a little introduction. He is busy pairing up to this female as well here, which is a blade, 66% het lavender albino, 66% het clown, 50% het pard. And down here, 100% double het lavender albino pard. They get introduced to each other once every 4 weeks, every 3 to 4 weeks, and I leave them in for 2 days. Right, my next pairing is gonna be, we'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna move the camera a little bit here because this breeding rack is at the bottom. This pairing here, the female inside there is 100% het clown female. And this beautiful boy in my hands here is a visual fire blade clown male, obviously male. So just crack open the tub a little bit. I don't like to force. He's just getting a scent. Sometimes it takes this guy a little longer to go in. Like you can see, the desert ghost just went in like an absolute machine. This guy's, he's a first year breeder, but he's locking up to 5 females, and he's locked them all. I'm not having any issues with him. I don't know if he's going to lock with this one because this female is showing all the signs of a pre-ovulation. I don't want to disturb her too much. She's gone off food, she's not eating, she's stopped bowl wrapping. So anyway, and on goes the pink tag. On goes the pink tag there to show there's a male in there. Now I'll monitor that tub over the weekend. If I haven't seen a visual lock by tomorrow morning, because it's Friday morning, if I haven't seen a visual lock, I'll check between now and tomorrow morning maybe 4 times, maybe even 5 times. If I see that there's absolutely no interest in this, in between the two of them, like they're staying on opposite sides of the tank, if he's not on top of her, if she's, then I'm going to take him out and I'll put him in with another female that's planned for the rotation. He will not go unlocked this weekend. You know, if he doesn't lock with her in 24 hours, then I know, because then it'll be the second time in a row, because I tried to pair him up with her last weekend and she wasn't interested. So that's why I say, I think she's showing the signs of pre-ovulation. She's nice and big, she's glowing, but this is also the right time, because, you know, you never know that this is like when she's, you know, moving those eggs down into the oviduct and ready for fertilization, etc., etc. So this could be the perfect weekend to pair. It may not. Time will tell if she lets him lock up. Okay, so stand by for the next pairing. Okay, so this pairing here, this boy is a visual clown 100% het pard. I'm trying to prove up pard on this normal female here, but I think she's 100% het for pard, or at least 66 or 50% het pard. I'm not certain, but you know, what's the worst that could happen? All the babies will be 100% het clown. Because he's a visual clown. If there's no pard in there, there's no pard in there. He's 100% het pard, so if I manage to get some pards, bonus. Then I'll have 100% het pard, 100% het clowns. If there is, if I hit pard, if she is pard. But if I don't, then my worst case scenario is a bunch of hatchlings that will all be 100% het for clown, which is not a bad arsenal to have. You keep back all those females. So let's give him a little introduction. The last time I introduced this male to this female, she was having none of it. They have already had a lock. and then I introduced them again. I've had that. This is about, I think, their third or their fourth introduction. But I just remember from the last lot that she wasn't giving it up for this boy. We'll see what happens this weekend. Stand by for the next pairing. Okay, so what we're pairing up here, this beautiful adult proven breeder male is a visual pastel pod, and he is going in there to a yellow belly 100% het pod female. Obviously we're trying to get visual pastel, yellow belly pastel pods, or pastel pods, or yellow belly pods, or pods, whichever. So they have had a lock. I think they've had 2 locks before, and let's get him, let's get his nose inside there, let him have a little sniff, and up he goes straight in. She's at the back, no issues there, and the pink tag to show there is a pair inside that tub. Okay, so welcome back to the next introduction. In my hands here, I've got an absolute powerhouse breeding male. This is a super pastel yellow belly exantic VPR male. He is locking up with 3 females this season. One of them is already ovulated and she's going to produce eggs now. The female that I'm putting him into the tub with now is an Enchi Spider 100% het exantic VPR. Okay, so just crack the tub open just a little bit so that you can see there. That girl gave me 5 eggs last year. Her pairing last year was a pastel red stripe 100% het clown. Unfortunately, none of the eggs made it full term. Just one of those things. Right, so he's inside. But what I'm doing here is, because she is a 100% het exantic VPR, and he's a super pastel yellow belly visual exantic VPR. I'm trying to produce exantic pastel Enchi Spider exantic VPRs. I don't mind if I don't hit the spider gene. Spider gets a bad rep, I know, it looks beautiful, but my first choice on this pairing would be to have visual Enchi yellow belly pastel exantics. That's a long shot, but let's go and see if they are. I wonder if I got that in there. Did I even get that in this tub here? Yeah. Okay, so he's inside there, and let's move on to the next pairing. Okay, and then this pairing here, this is a visual banana clown male, and he's going in with this 100% het clown female who's also in the blue, but that's okay. He always likes to be held, to be honest, but let's have a look here. Whether he goes straight in. Yeah, no, yes, no. You're undecided, you want to come back out or you want to go in there? Always let the guys go in on their own accord. You know, can't force these things. And off, he's inside. So that's a banana clown paired to 100% het clown female, and obviously we would like to produce some visual banana clowns, and that's a female maker as well. So alright guys, that's it. Okay, so this boy here is a super pastel yellow belly orange dream 100% het pod, and he's just going with a normal female. Okay, and the reason why, I know some of you are going, why the hell aren't you pairing him up to a pod or 100% het pod? The simple answer to that, short and sweet, is that because he's het and not a visual pod, I'm only pairing my visual pod males to any het pod females. I'm not doing 100% het males to 100% het males. So the object of this pairing, because he's a super pastel orange dream yellow belly, I'm pairing him up just to a huge big normal female, and then he's 100% het pod. Whatever comes out of there, if I hit a combination of those genes and I get some orange dream, 50% het pards, or orange dream yellow belly, or pastel orange dream yellow belly, 50% het pards, I'll be quite happy with that, you know, because I really want the orange dream and the yellow belly in the pod, which I've already got. I've already got 100% het cinnamon pastel orange dream 100% het pod females, but as I say, they are planned. They're not big enough yet. They're only going for next year's breeding season. But anyway, this boy is just going to a normal female. She's quite a big girl. And he and her have locked 3 times already. I introduced them. It's the only female that I'm putting him to. He's a first year breeder. I pair him up about once every 2 or 3 weeks to that female, and then give him time off. He's kept all his body weight, he's kept all his conditioning, and he looks like a machine, so everything's all good there. Stand by for the next pairing. Okay, so this beautiful boy here is a lesser pinstripe spot nose male adult proven breeder, and he is pairing up to a Mojave female. She's a proven breeder. I was trying to pair her up to just a single gene male Mojave, but she wasn't giving him the time of day. I've tried many. He was also, as a first year breeder, I just think he was too small. Not that he was too small, too inexperienced. He was of weight, but she wouldn't let him near her. I paired this boy up to her 2 weeks ago, and they paired. They locked within half an hour. What have I done with all my tags? So on goes a pink tag for these guys. So obviously, out of that pairing there with Mojave, the female being a Mojave, a visual Mojave, and him being spot nose, lesser pinstripe, that is those are all dominant genes in all of those. But if I hit the odds, I should get hopefully a blue-eyed leucistic out of that. That's the goal there, and on goes the pink tag. Otherwise, because Mojave to lesser will give you a blue-eyed leucistic. I might get Mojave pinstripe, spot nose Mojave spot nose, spot nose lesser, pinstripe lesser, otherwise known as a kingpin. No, I won't, because she's got Mojave. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's it for the pairings. I think I'm all done. What I do is I move the tags. Once I put a male in with a female, I move the tags across onto the right hand side here. I don't know if I'm just so that I know that out of those subs, I've got a male in there and a male in there still, and I've got a male in there that hasn't been paired up. This boy here, I'm giving him a week off. He would otherwise be pairing to this female here. I think I'm actually going to do it. She's in the blue, but you can actually pair a male that's a female that's in the blue. You can do that. Where is he? He's on the cool side here. Okay, so now this boy, this is my yellow belly pied male, visual yellow belly pied male. Okay, and he is pairing, and she's deep in the blue, but I know that you can pair females in the blue, but not males. They won't lock. The females will lock. So in he goes to an Enchi 100% het pied female. Okay, and he's gone straight in. Okay, so I need to find some more pink tags. So guys, those are my pairings. Those are my pairings for the weekend, and let's see what happens. There's some fantastic pairings going on here. I'm very, very excited about this project. This Desert Ghost project, this double recessive het genetic stripe Desert Ghost project is just one of a few double hits that I'm working on. Obviously, we've got the Dreamsicle project, which we are working on, the Exantic the lavender albino pod, and then we've got the exantic pod, which is also a double recessive visual project that we're working on. Though the dreamsicle project and the exantic pod project we will hopefully be producing visuals of the hatchlings this year. This one here, this is a 4-year project, so because all the babies will come out 100% het, and then I'll have to wait until the females are of age, and then I'll breed the 100% back to the 100% hets, like I said in my last video, unless I manage to get a visual desert ghost genetic stripe, which I don't think I'm going to do because it'll probably cost me a kidney. And then I'll pair up that male to all the females. Or if I find a female adult proven breeder or sub-adult desert ghost genetic stripe, which will probably cost me both kidneys and a lung and a left testicle, definitely not going to be parting with those. So I've got to do the long route, and I've got to produce my own 100% hets, and then I've got to breed those 100% het back to 100%, back to the 100% hets. I may get lucky in the future and find a 100%, like a desert ghost 100% het genetic stripe, or a genetic stripe 100% het desert ghost. And you know, whether it be a male or a female, if I see one of those, I will buy them. And then if it's a male, pair it up to the respective females. If I manage to find a female, I'll choose one of the males to pair up to that female if she's obviously the right size and the right weight. So guys, that's it from me, Cole at North Coast Constrictors. It's Friday morning, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I probably will do an update on this video later on during the weekend to see what locks we get, and we'll take it from there. Have a good one. Cheers. See you on the next video. If you haven't already, guys, please like and subscribe. And yeah, always good to have more followers. Share, hit the notification bell, do whatever. No pressure. I know a lot of guys put a lot of pressure on that. I would love more YouTube followers. I really would. But you know, hey, if you're just watching and you don't subscribe, cool, no worries. I hope you enjoyed the content anyway. So guys, look forward to doing another video for you, and hopefully get some good locks this weekend. Cheers.